Hey everybody, and welcome back to my impressions of E3. This is for day 2. I just finished watching the Nintendo conference. And after Microsoft just took a shit on every single hardcore gamer out there, Nintendo definitely stepped up and did what they should have done. Not necessarily hardcore games, maybe a little bit, but more just like what the games that you want from Nintendo. It kind of started out shaky. The first game they showed was Zelda, and it's called Zelda Skyward Sword, which it's kind of a stupid name, but it's alright. I really am disappointed. It looks pretty much like Twilight Princess, but it's a little more cartoony, and like everything is now focused on motion controls. Like really like the Wii remote is your sword, and it like tracks all the movement supposedly perfectly with the Wii Motion Plus, and then the nunchuck is your shield. But Miyamoto was up on stage playing it, and they could not get the motion controls to work right. They struggled so much, so maybe they were just having interference. That's what they said it was, but yeah, it did not look good so far. So if the motion controls really are smooth and everything, maybe it'll be a good game, but it really looks like it's just another Zelda. They're using all the same items with a couple new ones, so really they're not doing anything new. They're just getting more into motion controls, so that really sucked. But I don't know, we'll have to wait and see how it is when it comes out. Not gonna judge it until then, even though I just kinda did. Next they showed Mario Sports Mix, which was kinda cool. Like has like hockey, volleyball, some other weird game I had no idea what it was that had a ball I'd never seen, and basketball. So there's that. And then Wii Party, which is pretty much Mario Party with your Mii characters. That was pretty stupid. So yeah, you can see that their conference started out pretty bad, and then they showed off Just Dance 2, which I still don't know what the gameplay is. It looks like it just has dancing people on the screen, and you're supposed to do what they do, but it doesn't actually track it. So that was gay. Then they started getting into good stuff. They started with revealing Golden Sun Dark Dawn for the Nintendo DS, which Golden Sun is a great series. I've never beat any of the games. I've only played a little bit of them, but what I did play I really liked, and this one's in 3D and pretty much has all the same concepts as of the regular Golden Sun, or the first one. Next up they showed GoldenEye, just a trailer for it. They're redoing GoldenEye, obviously. It looks like they're using the new James Bond actor guy as the main character, though. I couldn't really tell, because the graphics for the Wii obviously aren't super great, but that might be kind of cool. I don't know. They're using the whole Wii remote to aim and everything, so that might be kind of weird, but it'd be really cool if it did work and the multiplayer was fun, which looks like they have some interesting modes like paintball. Sorry I'm going through this really fast, but there's so much stuff to get through, kind of, and a lot of it's really good. Next up, they showed Disney's Epic Mickey. This game looks awesome. It's pretty much like you get to go to Disney Worlds, and they're a little bit darker than usual, not really dark though, and you use like paint and paint thinner to change the world, to add stuff to the world, to delete stuff from the world. That's pretty cool, and they were showing a quest area where you can talk to NPCs and stuff, and platform and everything. And then the other world, or the other aspect of the game, is traveling from world to world, which is a side-scroller aspect. So that was really cool. The only thing I don't like about this game is the name Epic Mickey. It seems like a really lazy attempt at naming a game. Don't put Epic in the name of your game. That's just stupid. I really wish people would stop saying Epic. Ugh. So, next up, another cool game, but another crappy title, because guess what? It also has Epic in it, and it's called Kirby's Epic Yarn. This one's also a 2D side-scrolling game. It's your regular Kirby game, but all the graphics are made out of yarn. It's kind of weird. Kind of a little too frilly and fluffy for my tastes, but it still looked fun. Looks like Kirby transforms into some cool stuff, so that one might be kind of interesting. Dragon Quest IX is going to be coming out. It's been out in Japan for a while. It's coming out this fall for the Nintendo DS, and hopefully that'll be cool. They didn't show any gameplay, which kind of sucked, but they were talking about it, so yeah. Then this next game looked amazing. I've never played a Metroid game in my life, but the Metroid Other M looked awesome. It's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, third-person camera, but you can also go into first-person view, and it just looked so awesome. And that one's coming out really soon, at the very end of August. So I'm really looking forward to that. It'll probably be the first Metroid game I ever buy. I also wanted to try the Metroid Prime trilogy, but haven't had the money to get it or the time to play it, even if I did have it, really. And then the next one, which is also awesome, is Donkey Kong Country Returns. Also 2D with some 3D aspects, but it's really just 2D, and it's really just Donkey Kong Country with some improved graphics and, you know, like dynamic levels and everything. So that looked really awesome. I do hope that they make another 3D Donkey Kong, like Donkey Kong 64, but they just make it actually good, because Donkey Kong 64 was kind of hit or miss. But yeah, so Donkey Kong Return, that looks really cool. Then the biggest thing they had announced, which there's been talk of it, you know, on IGN and everything. The name has been introduced, they just didn't have many details on it yet. And that is the next portable system, which is the Nintendo 3DS. And I had some concerns about that when I first heard of it, because I thought either it's going to be glasses or it's going to be that stupid 3D where you have to like hold the DS like a book and then cross your eyes so the two pictures mush together and look 3D, and I would not have been able to do that, but this looked awesome. They announced you're not going to have to use glasses, so I assume they're going to have like multiple layered screens or something like that. But the top screen is the 3D screen, and it's also widescreen now. There's dual screens again. So the top screen is bigger than the DS's screen. The bottom screen is a touch screen, but it's only 2D because obviously if you get like fingerprints on it, it's gonna ruin the effect of the 3D, just like any 3D. If you get fingerprints on it or whatever, it ruins it. And then there's an analog stick, which is really cool. A 3D slider, which lets you turn the 3D all the way up, or you can have it all the way off, so you're just playing in 2D, or you can have it anywhere in between. That is awesome, because some people don't want to play in 3D. I know, but really, 3D is awesome. Just as long as I don't have to wear glasses or cross my eyes, that's great. I'd love to play games in 3D. Then another crazy thing that like was unexpected, and they're just going above and beyond with this thing, is there's a 3D camera on it, which has two different lenses, takes pictures in 3D, and then you can view them in 3D on your 3DS. That's really cool. I mean, it's not really that useful, but it's still really cool. And then improved graphics. These graphics are almost like PSP graphics. They were awesome, and getting into that, I'll talk about the next game. The only game they showed footage from was Kid Icarus Uprising. So they're remaking Kid Icarus. It looked really awesome, really awesome. The graphics looked crazy good for a portable game. Oh my god, it was like PSP graphics pretty much. And to see that in 3D, I'm sure it's going to be awesome. Obviously, they couldn't show us the 3D because I'm watching on a 2D screen, so it's pretty impossible, but I'm going to trust that the 3D looks good on the 3DS. Then also they announced Nintendogs and Cats 3D. who cares? Kids, I guess. Then also they were just announcing some 3 third-party developers, so I'm going to go through those quick. Square Enix is making Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy games for the 3DS. There's going to be a new Professor Layton game for the 3DS, a DJ Hero 3D, Saints Row, and maybe awesomest of all, Metal Gear Solid for the 3DS. So Nintendo did a great job this year. The only thing I think was missing from their little bag of games was Star Fox. And they did say that there's some other games that didn't get mentioned in that, but I doubt that Star Fox was missed because it's pretty big name, so I'm sure they would have mentioned it. But anyway, we're running out of time, so that's it for the Nintendo conference. I will move on to the Sony after I watch it.